So, hello everyone. Firstly, thank you very much for joining the event. Welcome to the Diversity Matters event. I would like to introduce this session's speaker, Matthew Jones, who will be talking about the LGBTQ plus in the legal sector. So welcome, Matthew. I'm going to turn my mic and camera off so everyone can concentrate on you.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Jones. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm a real estate solicitor at Waitmans, and I'm also the Vice President of Leeds Law Society. In the 5 or 10 minutes, I'm not exactly sure how long I've got, as I understand that we have to try and squeeze in some questions as well. I'm going to talk about tackling LGBTQ plus in the legal sector. Now, to do that, I'm going to talk about my personal experiences, what I perceive as the benefits of being out in the workplace, and also, if I have time, I'm going to touch upon some frequently asked questions which I often get asked when I'm hosting or speaking at D&I events. So let's begin. I am a gay man and I work in the legal sector. Those are words that I would never have said when I started my legal career back in 2011. But now I am proud to do so. Why? Well, to understand that, I need to take you back through my career right up to the present day. Now, I took quite an unconventional route to qualification. I went to university and studied law, and then when I left university, I became a paralegal at a small firm in Leeds city centre. Now, I worked full-time as a paralegal and I did my LPC alongside in the weekends. So I was working full-time and doing my LPC at the same time. And then did my training contract whilst finishing my LPC, and I also switched firms midway through my training contract before qualifying in real estate. Now, the very first firm that I worked at, as I say, was a small firm in Leeds city centre. Now, when I was at university, I was open about my sexuality with friends, family and colleagues. But then when I started my legal career, when I left university and I started working at the first firm, I suddenly went back into the closet and I hid who I really was. Now, the reasons behind that at the time were because I felt, rightly or wrongly, that being an openly gay man would have a detrimental effect on my chances of getting a training contract. And it was simply for that reason that I hid who I was. Now, I worked as a paralegal for about a year and a half before I managed successfully to get a training contract at that firm. But even then, because I'd spent such a long period of time hiding who I was, I didn't openly say that I was gay. Now, eventually at that firm, I was outed by a colleague at a work social. And I still wasn't very comfortable by being out at the workplace at that point. But I was forced, effectively, because my colleague had outed me to be openly gay. I then switched firms shortly after that. Not as a direct result of that, I hasten to add, but it was a career move to start a new department with a partner at a medium-sized firm, again in Leeds. Now, when I went to that firm, again, I didn't openly admit that I was gay, nor did I necessarily try to hide it. What I'd found at the first firm was that it was tiring, it was exhausting, hiding who I really was. I was constantly selecting which pronouns I was using in conversation. When someone had asked a simple question, "Oh, what did you get up to the weekend?" I'd have to think and analyze what I was going to say so that I didn't let on that I was gay. Then at my second firm, again, I wasn't parading around openly admitting that I was gay, but what I did do was I didn't hide it. Now, what I experienced at that second firm was quite a lot of stereotyping. For instance, a prime example was one solicitor turned to me and said that I shouldn't like football because I'm gay. Another person had said that, "Oh, I thought you would have liked Strictly Come Dancing because you're gay." So it was just little things like that that I experienced. Then I left that firm and I went to my current firm, Waitman's. And by that point, I was sick and tired of hiding who I was. So I was open right from the start. But it was my experiences at the previous two firms that had made me felt that no one coming into law or starting a career in law should ever feel that they have to hide who they wanted, well, who they are, in order to feel that they had to progress. So as a result of that, I started working with Leeds Law Society. And to do that, I worked with them to tackle LGBTQ issues and awareness within Leeds. And since then, we've hosted a D&I conference, we've attended Leeds Pride, and a number of LGBTQ events. I'm conscious that already the time is running out, so I'm just going to speed up very quickly. Now, the reason behind my work with Leeds Law Society is because, in my view, the benefits of solicitors being out is that they feel that they are no longer hiding. It increases productivity, and being who you are openly and honestly does help. And also having openly gay solicitors practicing in law facilitates role models for younger individuals. I know that when I was starting my career in law, if there was a partner who was openly gay, that would have been a huge thing for me. Now, there are a number of ways that firms can go about this. It's by having policies, taking parts in Pride, LGBTQ History Month, stamping out intolerance. There are many things that firms can do. But my work with the Leeds Law Society is about tackling that, helping firms to achieve that, and also to make people feel comfortable in who they are. You are who you are, and you should be very comfortable in yourself, and you should be open. And it's taken time, but now I feel that I can openly say that I am a gay man and I am a solicitor, and I'm proud of who I am. Now, I'm not too sure how much time we've got left, whether we need to go to Q&As. I'm conscious we've only got 10 minutes and I could have gone on for much longer.
Thank you very much, Matthew. I think that was great just to hear your background about it, and also I'm so glad that you are now proud to say who you are as well. So we have
10 minutes isn't a lot of time.
It's really not. So we have had a question from Leah about how do you find the diversity level up north? She is Yorkshire-based and mixed race. From their initial research, the level of diversity is disappointingly low. So they're asking, have you seen signs of improvement during your legal career so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think from when I first started to where I am now, I think law is much more diverse. I think there is this preconception that law is full of middle-aged, middle-class white men, and I know me sat here as a white middle-class man. I'm not going so far as to say that I'm middle-aged. I
Definitely not.
does kind of reinforce that stereotype. However, it's not like that at all. There is a huge push for diversity and inclusion within the legal sector. The work of the Law Society of England and Wales and Leeds Law Society, as well as other law societies across the country, show that there is a huge drive for promotion. Yes, things can be better. There could be more representation of the different strands of D&I at the top levels. But in my view, the only way we can do that is by bringing more people to start their career in law from diverse backgrounds, and then growing from there to get those people in higher positions. And the ultimate way to do that is by showing that people can be who they are, that they feel comfortable with who they are, and effectively that law as a career is open to them.
That's great. Thank you so much, Matthew. I think, unfortunately, we're running out of time because I know I have a list of questions myself. But thank you so much.
It's just not long enough, is it?
Well, I think the problem is it's so interesting to hear your story about how you went through it, and
that was an abridged version.
But thank you so much. Our next speakers
My pleasure.
are Catherine Woodward and Isaac Eloy. So to join this talk, if you exit the session and join the live sessions found on the homepage. And if not, I'm going to quickly carry on speaking to Matthew and say thank you myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.